Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affairs of 25 to 26th of October. It means we are combining the 2 days, that is because of the Sunday, that is 25 and 26th of October 2020. You can see here two images, that is the best news of the day, but we will discuss 6 to 7 current affairs of the day. But before proceeding, I want to discuss about our Affairs Cloud subscription. You can buy our Affairs Cloud subscription by two methods. One is Affairs Cloud website, that is you can visit our website, that is Affairs Cloud /current affairs, or you can directly go to the description box. There is a link of our subscription. You can directly click on that link and you can visit the subscription page. What you will get in the subscription? You will get the daily current affairs. It means in the PDF form. You will get the weekly PDF. You will also get the weekly test. It is very important to evaluate yourself. You will also get the monthly PDF, and in the monthly PDF section you will get the 5 PDFs. One is the top 100 current affairs of the month. Second is the banking, finance and the economy PDF. This is very important who is preparing for the banking exams. And current affair pocket PDF. This is very important to revise your current affairs. And last but not the least, that is the question and answer PDF to sum up all the questions of the basically month. We are providing you in the form of the question and answer. So it is very important to revise and to retain the current affairs easily. And these current affairs are provided in Hindi as well as in English. And these current affairs are provided at very minimal cost. If you visit the site or visit the description box, then you will surprised to see the price. But on that price, we are also providing the 10% extra discount. If you use this code ASH10, then you will get the 10% extra discount. And guys, let's start the 25 and 26th of October analysis. And here is our first question. Which state topped the domestic tourist visit list 2019? So this is very important question. And guys, here are two very important keywords, that is the domestic tourist visit. You can be asked in the exam that is the foreign tourist visits. So both are different, but I am talking about the domestic tourist visit list 2019, and the state is, guys, Uttar Pradesh, that is the UP. But if they are asking about the foreign tourist visit, then the answer will be different and answer will be Tamil Nadu. So remember, for the domestic tourist visit and they are evaluating the year of 2019, then answer should be Uttar Pradesh. And if they are talking about the foreign tourist visit, then the state is the Tamil Nadu. And this list basically prepared by the Ministry of Tourism, guys. Ministry of Tourism. Remember this, you can see in the image that Uttar Pradesh emerged as the top tourist destination in 2019, but only for the domestic purposes. And if you are talking about the foreign visits, then it is the Tamil Nadu. I repeated 3 times, so you can remember this news. And guys, Uttar Pradesh is very important because in Uttar Pradesh there is a Dudhwa National Park. You have to remember this, very important. Dudhwa National Park. Dudhwa is also tiger reserve, so you have to remember. There is a bird sanctuary very famous, that is the Samaspur Bird Sanctuary or the Samaspur Bird Sanctuary. There is a Vijay Sagar Bird Sanctuary. There is a very famous lake, that is the Govind Ballabh Pant Lake. So remember all this information, but don't forget about the Dudhwa National Park. This is very important. So guys, moving to next question. India Meteorological Department has dedicated first of its kind flash flood guidance services for which countries? So this is very important. Why this question is important? Otherwise, I didn't write here the important section, but there is only one important thing, that is the flash flood guidance service. So it is not a news, basically information that India started this type of service so that you can know about the flash floods before 6 to 12 hours. And by which method? This is known as the flash flood guidance service. So this is basically started for the South Asian countries, because in 2020 and even 2019, many South Asian countries face the flash flood conditions, like India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka. These countries faced many flash floods. So that's why so many people displaced in the flash floods. So there is a need of this type of system so that we can on the real time basis know in advance that flash floods are coming. And this device will tell us about the 6 to 12 hours in advance that flash floods are coming, and they are covering the 16 square kilometer of area. So very important. And the second important thing there is the India Meteorological Department. So you have to remember the headquarter of IMD is the New Delhi. IMD headquarter is the New Delhi, and who is the Director General? That is the Dr. Mrutyunjay Mohapatra. Dr. Mrutyunjay Mohapatra. So this is for the news. This is basically not a news. This is just a information, you can say. You can see in the picture that Dr. Madhavan Rajivan, Secretary, Fine Ministry of Earth and Science, virtually launched this South Asian flash flood guidance services. So remember, guys, this is not so much important, but remember. Next question, very important. In which state India's first sand dune park will be established? It means like this type of the sand dunes will be constructed in the park, so that the many activities can be used in the sand dune park. And this park is built in Goa. So remember, and the assistance which organization is providing the assistance, that is the World Bank. World Bank provided rupees 300 crore to the Goa state so that they can basically built this sand dune park in the Goa state. So you can see the picture that World Bank sanctions rupees 3 crore for Goa for develop India's first sand dune park. Why this question is very important? Because it is the first time in India that a sand dune park is basically, you can say, established, and that state is Goa. So remember, Goa is again very important because there is a national park, very famous, basically you can say wildlife sanctuary, Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary. There is a Bondla Wildlife Sanctuary, Bondla, Bondla Wildlife Sanctuary. There is a Salim Ali, most famous, Dr. Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary. There is a Netravali Wildlife Sanctuary. So many wildlife sanctuaries in the, you can say, Goa. There is a Molam National Park that is also in Goa. Molam National Park and Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary are very important. So remember Goa, guys. Next question is, which ministry launched a mobile application for geotagging of components of projects under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana? Now, why I marked this question under important section? Because there is a scheme named as the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana. If you know this scheme, then there is nothing in the news, because Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana mainly focus to reduce the wastage of water. That's why Modi ji gave slogan, that is more crop per drop. More crop per drop. Why this is important? Because by using the less water, we can cultivate the more crops. This is the basically to reduce the water wastage. So there are so many irrigation projects are going in India. So by clicking the image, you can send on the mobile application, so that the ministry can evaluate that how projects are going, how basically canal working, how the basically irrigation projects are working, so that they can evaluate the process. And this app is basically functions on the online mode as well as in the offline mode. And guys, this is the Ministry of Jal Shakti, not the Ministry of Agriculture. Why? Because it is related to the water management. That's why it is the Ministry of Jal Shakti. And who is the Minister of Jal Shakti? That is again very important. Ministry of Jal Shakti is related to the Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji. And constituency of the Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, that is the Jodhpur in Rajasthan. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Ministry of Jal Shakti. So you can see here, Ministry of Jal Shakti launched mobile application to geotagging the irrigation projects. So this is the basic purpose of this geotagging. Irrigation projects, so that the government can evaluate the irrigation process and reduce the minimum to minimum water wastage. Move on to our next question. Which bank in association with DMRC launched Delhi Metro Card, a credit cum smart card for the Delhi Metro commuters? This is basically you can say the gift to the Delhi Metro commuters, because this card is provided by the SBI and it is known as the Delhi Metro SBI card. And why this type of the card is provided? Because it is like a credit card. It means you don't have to carry the money. Just you need to buy this card from the SBI branch or the Delhi Metro system. And this credit is basically provided by the bank. So you have to pay just interest on the credit if you cross the limits of the some days which is provided according to this Delhi Metro credit card. This can be used as a credit card as well as the smart card for the Delhi Metro. So both functions under the Delhi Metro SBI card. So only one thing is important, that Delhi Metro card is provided by which bank, which can be used as a credit card or the smart card for the Delhi Metro. And another things are important, that is the SBI cards, basically, because it is SBI cards. SBI cards headquarters is in Gurgaon, or you can say the Gurugram, and MD and CEO is the Ashwini Kumar. Remember Ashwini Kumar. That is the MD and CEO of the SBI cards. Second thing important is the DMRC, guys. Most important, that is the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, basically you can say the MD is the Mangu Singh. You can remember Mangu Singh, Mangu, Mangu Singh. and headquarter is in New Delhi. Headquarter New Delhi, but the SBI card headquarter is in Gurgaon, not the Mumbai. Maximum students marks the SBI card's headquarter is in Mumbai, but it is not in Mumbai. It is basically in the Gurgaon. So let's move to next question. But you can see in the picture, SBI card and the Delhi Metro launches contactless multi-purpose card. So it is also a contactless. So remember, it can be used in the Delhi Metro. Next question, not important. Which institute in partnership with data consultancy service developed a novel industry 4.0 technology or 4.0 technology? First of all, I am telling you the answer. That is the IIT Kharagpur. IIT Kharagpur and the Tata Consultancy Service developed this novel industry 4.0 technology. Now, first important word is the industry. It means this technology can be used in the industries. And what is this technology? Basically, this technology is used with the artificial intelligence system. How it will be used? The development technology basically will acquire the real-time information on the welding process through the multiple sensors and through the cloud-based communication with their welding machines. It enables online control of the all welding process. So this is very important because this technology concept can be evolved for a real-time control of the industrial process. It can control the industrial process even you are sitting on the home and you can control all the industrial process from your home. So this is basically automation, and it is by the known as the novel industry 4.0 technology because it is used in the industrial sector, and these work can be performed from a center with other industrial partners. It means maximum industries can be collaborated with each other through this type of the technology. And for enhancing the technology, IIT Kharagpur is also basically contributing his part with the Tata Consultancy Services. You can see the image, you can basically guess the how much technology will be benefited because it is the real-time monitoring and remotely controlled welding operations in the industries, and it will improve the industrial output quality, lower cost of production because all things will be automated through you can say thorough reduced, and all the wastage can be reduced. Batch rejections, it means full to full batch can be rejected if it is a wrong welding. So it is very important in the industrial sector, but it can create unemployment in India. This is a negative point of all the technology, all the artificial intelligence that is going on. So it can create the unemployment in the industrial sector. Move to next question. Which United Nations Day observed on 24th of October 2020? Guys, most important question because it is the most important day of the year. That's why I marked under the most important section. Because United Nations organization is the only organization in all over world that basically preserve the nations to withdraw the wars. That is, if the tension is going between India and China and India and Pakistan, United Nations intervene between two countries so that they can control their anger, and the war can be basically, you can say, the war situation can be controlled. So this is the main purpose of the United Nations, because the two words, that is United Nations, it means we have to unite all the nations with the friendly behavior. This is the main target of the United Nations, and United Nations formed on the 24th of October 2020. Everybody knows that it is observed on the 24th of October 2020. That's why United Nations Day is celebrated on 24th of October. And this time it is the 75th anniversary of the United Nations. I already told you 2 or 3 days back that Modi ji addressed 75th session of the United Nations. So that's why it is very important. And you can see in the picture that what is the theme of the United Nations 2020, 24th of October 2020 day. The future we want, the UN we need. That is the basically main slogan of the United Nations. Reframing our collective commitment to multilateralism. It means we have to basically combine our culture, we have to combine our tourism, we have to combine our ethics, everything we have to combine so that we can convert into the multilateralism with a friendly relation. This is basically the main purpose of the United Nations Day of 24th of October 2020. Even United Nations also launched a special campaign in the European nations, that is the Turn Europe United Nations Blue, to promote peace, sustainable development and human rights. This is basically for the European nation. You can be asked by the examiner if the examiner is so much rude that this information can be vital for you. The name United Nation, from where it comes? The United Nation word, you have to remember that it comes by the president mouth. and the president of at that time of the US is the Franklin Roosevelt. In the 1941 or I think 1942, the Franklin Roosevelt basically coined this word United Nation. So remember who coined this word United Nation, because at that time World War II is going on. World War II, yes, 1942, and President of United States Franklin Roosevelt coined this term, because there is a need of organization which can basically forbid the war at the international level. This is the main function of the United Nations. So guys, moving to next question: which UT become the first union territory in the country to operationalize public financial management system? Now the main keyword is the first union territory, and second is the public financial management system. It means it will improve program administration and management in the financial sector of the government, and it will also provide the direct payment to beneficiaries and greater transparency and accountability in the use of the public funds. It means the public funds which is provided by the center government or the state government or the UTs, it can be directly provided to the beneficiaries, no middleman in between, so that the corruption can be eliminated. And it will also improve the transparency. That's the simple, and the answer is Jammu and Kashmir, guys. Capital is Jammu in the winter and Srinagar in the summer. And who is the Lieutenant Governor? I always tell you that Manoj Sinha. Manoj Sinha is the Lieutenant Governor of the Jammu and Kashmir. So remember, public financial management system, so that the public funds can be utilized in a better manner and the direct payment given to the beneficiary. It is the first UT that basically operationalize this public financial management system. That is the Jammu and Kashmir. Has the first union territory in the country to operationalize this type of at the district level. So this is very important. And guys, Jammu Kashmir is very important because there is a Dachigam National Park in the Jammu Kashmir. Remember this. Move to next question. Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, that is the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, launched Kisan Surya Udaya Yojana for the farmers of which state? So I am telling you directly the answer, that is the Gujarat, because in Gujarat, Modi ji started three type of basically campaign, and one is most important, that is the Kisan Surya Udaya Yojana. So this scheme is related to Surya Udaya. It means it is related to the power supply. What is included under this scheme? That is 16 hours power supply to farmers, 16-hour power supply to farmers, and providing daytime power supply to the farmers for irrigation. It means the 16 hours per day will be provided as a power supply to the farmers, and the farmer will get three-phase power supply between 5 to 9 p.m. 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. That will become basically the 16 hours. So 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Gujarat government basically allocated a 3,500 crore budget to infrastructure this type of scheme, and this scheme will be implemented by 2023. All the infrastructure will be installed to basically make the changes or to provide the 16-hour power supply, and total expenditure by the state is 3,500 crore. And there is a 66 kilowatt of transmission line will be required, and it will be established by the state government, and this is inaugurated by the Modi ji. Another two projects also started by Modi ji. One is the heart hospital, basically not important for us, and inauguration of Girnar ropeway. But which students belongs to the Gujarat state, they can basically see our website, but there is nothing important in most of the news. So only one thing is important, that is the Kisan Surya Udaya Yojana. So remember. And one more important thing about the third project which I am telling you, that is the Girnar ropeway. It is basically on the Mount Girnar of the Junagadh area of the Gujarat, and it is known as the world longest temple ropeway project. Remember, world longest temple ropeway. It is the Girnar ropeway. You can write this or you can visit our website to see this. That is the world longest temple ropeway project. That is the Girnar ropeway project, which is inaugurated by Modi ji. And the total cost for this construction is the 130 crore rupees. So this is basically important, and the ropeway will consist of the 25 to 30 cabins with a capacity of 8 people per cabin. I think all know about the ropeway, but nothing more important in this news. So remember, the state is Gujarat, guys. Gujarat is very famous because there is a Gir National Park in Gujarat, that is a lion reserve, and there is a Black Buck National Park is also there. Marine National Park is also there. Nal Sarovar also there. So very important. There is a UNESCO where World Heritage Sites are also there, like historic city of Ahmedabad is also. Rani Ki Vav is also there, the Queen Stepwell, and there is a Champaner archaeological park is also there. UNESCO sites. These are the UNESCO sites. I'm repeating. Historical city of Ahmedabad. That is important. Rani Ki Vav is most important UNESCO site in the Gujarat. You can see Kisan Surya Uday Yojana in Gujarat. Move to next question. What is the name of the recently MCX launched, that is the multi-commodity exchange, launched India's first real-time based metal index? Just read the news, which I am telling you. Just remember this question. Nothing more, nothing less. Just remember this question. What is the name of the real-time based metal index? And the answer is very simple. Answer is very simple. That is the METDEX, because it is known as the metal index. So remember METL basically, guys. After MET, there is a letter that is M, L. Metal index, MELTDEX. I am writing here, so there should be no confusion. METLDEX. This is the option. That is the metal dex. It is basically a first type of the launched in India. That is basically to trade the 5 base metals like zinc, copper, nickel, lead, and the aluminum. So this is to trade this type of the metals. So remember this, just nothing more than that. Next is the Indo-Tibetan Border Force, that is the 59th Raising Day, that is on the 24th of October 2020. So you can remember by the United Nations, because on 24th October, so many days are celebrated or observed. So remember, this is the Indo-Tibetan Border Force Raising Day, 59th Raising Day on the 24th of October. How you will remember? You have to relate all the days with the United Nations Day. And who is the Director General of ITBP? Because 7 to 8 days back, I basically covered this news, because new Director General was appointed in the Indo-Tibetan Border Force, which is function under the Ministry of Home. That is the Surjit Singh Deswal. So remember Surjit Singh Deswal. It can be asked because he is appointed recently Director General of ITBP. That is the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Move to next question, and most important day, marked under the most important day under the United Nations Day, that is the World Polio Day. This is very important because we have to eliminate the polio at all over world level, and that's why the theme of the 24th of October Polio Day is a win against polio, is a win for global health, because so many people died due to the polio, and we have to basically make the polio free world. The day also honors the contribution of the frontline fighters who are working towards the creating a polio-free world. So why this day is celebrated? It is just to create a awareness about the polio infection and the vaccines that prevent the polio infection, and highlight the global efforts to eradicate polio. So remember, guys, it is the International Polio Day. And who basically celebrate or observe this day? And it is the Rotary International. Rotary International. This is important organization. So many times it can be asked in the exam. Rotary International headquarters is in the United States of America, USA, and the proper place is the Illinois. I am writing spelling ILLINOIS. Illinois. Illinois in the USA. So remember this also. That is the Rotary International. Move to next question, and it is the former Telangana Home Minister, that is the Narasimha Reddy dies. Narasimha Reddy, he was basically the former Home Minister of the Telangana. He died, and you have to just remember the name, that is the Narasimha. He was also known as the Narsana or the Narsana. He was just, you can say, belongs to the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, TRS party, that is the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti. And in 2001, he basically joined a league who wanted to separate the Telangana. It means he just joined the Telangana movement to separate the different area from the Andhra Pradesh. So that's why this person is in news. That's why former Telangana Home Minister Narasimha Reddy dies. Move to next news, and it is the name of a book, not a movie. So it looks like a movie because the trailer of the book is launched like a movie trailer. So that's why the book name is The Fixer. The Fixer, winning has a price. This is the mainly caption of the book. Winning has a price, and how much will you pay? The Fixer. So I think the book basically, you all know that it is related to the cricket world, and it is the book is basically portray the thrilling tale of the Neil Upadhyay. Neil Upadhyay, the person, is very famous. Even he was ex-cricketer and turned fixer. So that's why the book name is The Fixer. It is the first time that the book is authored by this is the debut book basically, authored by Suman Dubey. Remember who is the author? That is the Suman Dubey. Not written here, just write on your books or the copies. That is the Suman Dubey. This is all for this news. Now, moving to our last section, that is not to remember, just read section. The Apex Bank has informed that banks can deploy money drawn from his TLTRO in 6 sectors. Now, what is the TLTRO? That is the tap targeted long-term repo operations. It means the repo can be used for the long term. This is the main in simple words, and it is in the 6 sector that recently RBI gave permission for this: agriculture, agri-infrastructure, secured retail, MSMEs, drugs, pharmaceutical, healthcare. So no need to remember all the sector, but remember the just read this line, not need to remember. Next is the International Day of Diplomats, observed on the 24th of October, again one day. World Development Information Day also observed on the 24th. Not important days, so that's why I not covered in the main section. So remember, no need to remember this news. Just read this so that you can remember by relating with the United Nations Day. Next is the in the red you can see the Parle Agro appointed Priyanka Chopra Jones and Junior NTR as a brand ambassador. So remember this, Priyanka Chopra become the brand ambassador of the Parle Agro, and Junior NTR also become the brand ambassador. And Junior NTR will promote the Parle Agro in the southern India. So this is the basically function of the Priyanka Chopra and the Junior NTR. So remember this Parle Agro Industries. Guys, this is all for today. If you like this video, guys, subscribe this channel. And guys, please like this video so that we can make more videos on the different contents. I will release as soon as possible the weekly videos and the monthly videos. So don't worry, weekly videos will come in the 2 or 3 days. That is the first, second or the third week of the October. And guys, it is Affairs Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence on the general awareness section. And it is my personal promise that if you are watching the videos regularly for 1 month, and if you are also reading the current affairs from the PDF for 1 month, then you can evaluate yourself after 1 month that your current affairs section will go strong and your accuracy in the current affairs section will also improve. Thank you guys for watching this video and take care.